In class 10 biology, we will start with the different type of valves present in heart, how they work and actually how they help in blood circulation. We will see today. So let starts with the different valves present in the heart and how they help in circulatory system and also how they help in circulation of blood.
So today we will starts with the different valves present in the heart. So at first we will starts with the water valves, that is muscular flaps present between atria and ventricles, which monitor the unidirectional flow of blood in heart, and blood vessels are called the valves. So what are the different valves are present and what are their function? If we see, that first starts with the atrioventricular valves, that is AV valves, that is present between upper atria and lower ventricles. They allow blood in the ventricle to enter the major arteries and leave them. They also prevent the backflow of blood during ventricular contraction. There are two types. One is bicuspid or mitral valve and another is called the another tricuspid valve. So first starts with the bicuspid valve, that is present between left atrium and left ventricle. That is also called the left atrioventricular valve. It consists of two cusps, hence called bicuspid. Another is tricuspid valve, that is present between right atrium and right ventricle, also called the right atrioventricular valve. It consists of three cusps, hence called the tricuspid. Second one is called the semilunar valve. They have pocket-like structure with shape of half moon, so they are semilunar valves. They lie at junction where major arteries, that is pulmonary artery and dorsal aorta, leave the ventricles. They prevent the backflow of blood. They are of two types. One is pulmonary semilunar valve. It lies at the point where the pulmonary artery originates from the right ventricle. An aortic semilunar valve, it lies at the point where the systemic aorta originates from the left ventricle. So now move on to the another topic, that is called the mitral and tricuspid valve held in their position in the heart. That is, mitral and tricuspid valve are held in their position by tough fibrous cord called chordae tendineae. One end of this cord are attached to the small mounds of muscle tissue on inner wall of ventricle called the papillary muscle. Other cord ends are attached to cusp of mitral and tricuspid valve to anchor them to ventricular wall. During ventricular contraction, this cord contract and become tense. They prevent the valves from turning inside out and opening into the atria. The valves remain closed, thus preventing the backflow of blood from the ventricles into the atria. Here also differentiation is there, that is atria and ventricles of the heart. If we see that position, then in case of atria, upper left and right chamber, whereas ventricle lower left and right chamber. Structure is smaller, thinner and less muscular one in atria, and ventricles larger, thicker and more muscular wall. Right atrium inferior and superior vena cava, left atrium pulmonary vein, that is in case of atria, and in case of ventricle, right ventricle pulmonary artery, left ventricle dorsal aorta. Function in atria, the right atrium receive deoxygenated blood from body part via superior and inferior vena cava. Left atrium receive oxygenated blood from lungs via pulmonary vein, whereas ventricles, right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood to lungs via pulmonary artery, and left ventricle pumps oxygenated blood to different body parts via systemic aorta. So these are the way by which we can explain how actually this differentiation of atria and ventricle takes place and also their function. So now move on to the another process, that is, if we see the blood vessels that is actually supply blood to the heart itself, that coronary arteries supplies oxygenated blood to the heart muscle. They branch off from the systemic or dorsal aorta. There are two main coronary arteries. One is left main coronary artery, supplies blood to left atrium and ventricle, and right main coronary artery supplies blood to the right atrium and ventricle. Beside this, coronary sinus carries deoxygenated blood from the heart muscle, that is myocardium, and drains into the right atrium. So today up to that, next day we will start with another topic.